Well, Facebook changed the logo. I mean his. He changed the what's it called, thumbnail of 120. It used to be something else.
That ain't good for me.
No defense wounds, no physical signs of struggle. It's a straight shot from the orbital cavity to the carotid artery, so death was likely instantaneous. Like pushing an off button. Well, stabbing off button that's located behind someone's eye using the handle of a paintbrush.
How do you spell I?
I'll know more when I get back to the
Like.
What about you?
E-Y-E.
I don't know.
Inspiring, any other worldly communications or conjurings or what have you?
Wow, you're really a flip to the last page of the book type guy, huh?
Can you do this
You've been detecting for 5 minutes.
No, I know who did it. It's the wife.
You think it was that sobbing woman crumbling to pieces on the patio?
She has an alibi, but it's always the wife. Once the wife is the dead one, then it's the husband. I was just hoping something sparked this sixth sense so we can expedite things.
Sorry, no sparking.
detective. We're going to have to remove the paintbrush in order to get him in the bag, so...
I got it. I'll check back in later.
This big psychic thing is gonna bite me in the ass when he starts asking me the lottery numbers.
Fresh brains, anyone.
My need to feed on brains is weird, but how many people can say that satisfying their munchies could potentially help solve the murder case? This is my contribution to society.
My dad liked my username. Baking_you.
I'm just a
Instead of-
psychic zombie trying to do her part.
I was gonna rename this Major's excuse to come over, but I'm trying to maintain an air of mystery. No, but seriously, I figured after 6 months, you're probably really missing your tiny face sander thing, and that magnifying mirror that makes pores look like manholes. Just reading that behind, by the way.
You didn't need to do this.
No, it's mostly just hair products and lingerie, but there's some books. Oh, and this. Which might explain some things. I'm thinking maybe this calls for a road trip. I'm just getting out of that.
I know.
Yeah, well, I didn't know this stuff. It felt weird to throw it out. I mean, what if you had an emotional attachment to this textbook on rare skin diseases?
Well, thanks for bringing it by.
Not Zoe Deschanel in 7B took my parking spot again. There is nothing more annoying than an entitled chick in a skater dress. Oh, hi. Hey. Should I not be here?
No, I just heading out. I also have an entire closet full of engagement rings, so just let me know if you want anything other than the panini press, which I've already used, broken, and purchased.
Oh, we'll take a juicer.
I'll drop out this week.
Wait, didn't you register for an espresso machine?
I can't believe you just asked me to borrow an engagement juicer.
Like letting him keep the small appliances is going to change the fact that you broke his heart?
He probably shouldn't come by here.
Why, because it's too hard? What does that tell you?
What's more meta than a zombie having a bad zombie dream? No luck in my search for mystery zombie number 2, unless you count my nightmares. I've searched Instagram accounts of survivors. I've been through all the photos on the Facebook pages of everyone who was listed as being at the party.
Maybe you should take a break. So chill out. Clear your mind. Here.
Potter's Sex Tonight, 5 Easy Steps.
I stole it from the dentist's office.
Unless step 1 is forget that you might turn your loved one into a zombie and just have at it, this is not the article for me. It's why I can't have the man I planned on spending my life with doing car fights. It hurts too much. Oh, God.
Diosa de miel.
Sorry, someone's here.
Is that shit that sex did for? I didn't understand. understand it either.
Javier was having an affair. It was pretty hot.
So during this vision, did Javier happen to call out the girl's name?
No, he just called her his sugar flower or his honey goddess. Both sound better in Spanish. She mostly talked about God.
And you didn't see who walked in on them?
No, but it was at the loft because I recognized the shades in Javier's workspace. They were on top of it. At one point, she suddenly arched her back like some higher power was pulling her chest towards the heavens. Her skin was like butter. The way she moved.
Okay, I think I get it.
It was like watching a flower plant.
Very helpful, thank you. Arching, blooming. Someone came in that you didn't see, but was probably... Hold up.
I didn't say that.
No, you gave me 50 Shades of Psychic and no vital details. Look, he was having an affair. His wife caught him. Like I said, it's always the spouse. I'm gonna head over and question her again. Feel like joining me? Maybe you'll have another vision. Hopefully one that's less late night premium cable.
She's a bit more calm right now, but it's going to be a long road.
Lola.
Detective Avenue is here. I'm going to take off. You call me if you need anything.
That's sugar flower from my vision. With the buttery skin.
Sorry to interrupt you, Mrs. Abano. I had a few more questions.
Of course, and it's Lola, please. And this is my dear friend Tasha. She's my favorite of all of Javier's lovers. Artie and I wound up eating without Javier all the time when he was working. He'd just get lost painting or not want to stop if it was going well. He was at the mercy of his creative work.
That sounds like you were at the mercy of it as well.
I never minded. I just wanted him to feel free to do whatever he needed to do. I respected his process.
The other women, were they a part of his process?
Asking Javier to sleep with one woman for the rest of his life would be like asking him to paint those little seascapes on the novelty spoons they sell at the pier.
In a way of like discovering people, then sort of revealing them to themselves.
That is really beautiful. Seriously, he sounds amazing.
The other women were not an issue. I knew who Javier was with and what he was getting out of the relationship. He knew all about my dalliances. Nobody got hurt. It's not like we had children to worry about. Javier never wanted any. His paintings were his babies.
Yeah, right. So, it didn't bother you that his babies were nude paintings of the women he was sleeping with?
No. It bothers me that you're being dismissive about my husband's art and our marriage. Monogamy was not important to us. What Javier and I had was beyond the physical.
How is it incriminating to say she didn't care who he slept with?
She cared. That's just something they say. Of course, I might have been paying closer attention than you. You seemed a little distracted. Plus, it's always the spouse.
What?
An email from your boss. The paintbrush-sized murder weapon was thrust into Miss Labano's eye socket at an angle consistent with a right-handed killer who was 6'2" or 6'3".
Does that mean Javier had two wives? His Lola's around my height, right? So if it's always the spouse, maybe it was wife number 2 that's the tall one? Wait. I'm being totally serious now. If you find a pair of foot-high stilettos in Lola's closet, can you ask her where she got them?
Viv, you're here. Fantastic. This is Jimmy. He's a police sketch artist. I happened to run into him at the commissary and we got to talking and, well, I mentioned your issue trying to locate a certain blonde gentleman.
I had a pretty substantial misconnection myself back in '05. I'd be married today if those subway doors didn't close before I could get her number. Okay, so, any defining features?
His lips were thin, but there was substance to them. They kind of grew from his mouth like a secret he couldn't keep.
So thin lips.
But expressive. And they seem to be working at not expressing anything. There was something historic about his chin. I think the nose needs to be more alert.
I thought you said it was soft and gradual like a sand hill.
But with an alertness. Like the whole bridge is working towards getting down to the point. You need to see the foundation.
Oh, the foundation. Got it. Great. Okay. See you later.
Am I right in assuming this is a new skill?
He said you were with Lola at the Orchard restaurant from 6 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. We walked her back to the loft and discovered Javier. 3.5 hours is a pretty long time for dinner.
Not really. We spent a big chunk of the time waiting for Javier to show. I'm not just Javier's art dealer. We've all been friends for years.
And how close are you and Lola?
Very close. She's one of my dearest friends. Nothing more than that, not ever. She's totally devoted to Javier.
Well, she did mention having dalliances outside of the marriage.
Dalliances? With whom?
She didn't give any names.
Sorry, I'm having trouble processing that. Javier was her entire universe. Lola loved him unconditionally, while Javier slept with every model in Seattle.
You don't sound like a very big fan of your client.
I was a huge fan. Some of the best times of my life were with Javier. He was a brilliant artist, not a great husband.
How tall are you, Mr. Fisk?
You know, instead of grilling his friend, maybe take a look at one of the countless jilted boyfriends of the girls Javier slept with.
Thanks for the tip. Now, are you going to answer my question, or do I need to get a ruler?
I'm 6'2".
Thank you.
In elementary school, I could barely trace my hand to draw a turkey.
Well, when you finish, I'll send it out to the boat massacre survivors. You know, maybe someone will recognize them.
Why do we own this?
Because we saw it in the checkout line at Home, Hearth, and everything else. And they had the same color blues with pillows.
It's horrible.
Since when did you become an art critic? The one and only time we've ever gone to a museum together was on our senior trip to Paris when we race walked to the Louvre because it was raining and we wanted to do some cardio.
That's so awful.
Oh, it wasn't awful, it was fun.
In the 6 months I've been eating brains, I've inherited things like a fear of pigeons, kleptomania, a couple scoops of Javier's brand of microwave pizza roll, and I find myself feeling passionate, inspired. I'm not just drawn to beauty, I want to possess it, make love to it. I walk into a room and I see everything.
I heard you were looking for me. Just so we're on the same page here. Your skin and hair being the color of chalk. That isn't a style choice, right?
It isn't.
Oh. And I have no idea where you got this. But it's totally my new profile pic. So, what do you want with me?
I wanted to meet you.
Because?
Because I had a vision of you as a zombie chasing a man through an alley. You were about to rip open his skull. He was killed in a DUI accident, wound up here. I ate his brain. Until the vision, I thought I was the only one.
Yeah, until like 3 seconds ago, so did I. Getting your brains on the job. It's well played.
Well, how do you get your brains?
Oh, I get mine the hardest way possible. My grave rob. Super fun. I should have gone into medicine. I mean, come on, look at this. Oh, that guy you saw me chase in the vision, he tried to mug me, just so you know. He came at me, so I raged out, or whatever. What are you calling that, by the way? The big turn? It's not like I've been mentioning it in conversation, but I think of it as raging out. I don't know for sure you had some terminology here.
I guess I call it zombie mode.
Really? Are we already kind of in zombie mode?
Well, actually, I call it full-on zombie mode.
Huh. So is raging out at all interesting to you? You know, sirens are blaring, and I'm still about to carve this guy's head open for just the tiniest extra brain, which is the single most disgusting thing a person can eat.
That it is.
It's the consistency that kills me.
I can't get around it. There's that weird metallic taste.
Is it metallic? I don't even know. I used to be a serious wine guy, like sideways crazy about it. And now everything I drink is like iodine.
I saw a kid eating a peanut butter cup last week and I almost cried. I miss food so much.
I miss so many things. I knew death would be this isolating, right?
You really nailed the historic chin. Bravo. Thrilled to have you here. And if you haven't used the facilities yet, a urine sample would be lovely.
I have zero clue as to how this happened to me. Granted, I was super high the night of the boat party. It's so crazy to be talking about this.
Would you mind if I check inside your ears?
Brother, you do what you gotta do. I'll drop trial if you think you can cure this. So how'd you become a zombie? Did it happen the night of the boat party?
Yes, it happened at the boat party. You tried to sell me Utopium, smacked my ass, and went all rage zombie and clawed my forearm.
Nah, seriously. Oh my god. I can't even. Are you sure it was me?
Yes,
Well, Christine, it must have been pretty crazy that night.
I'm sure.
How do I even apologize for something like that? I swear to God, I was 95% sure I would survive. I would throw myself off a bridge right now. I would be dead.
I'm so sorry. I never meant to hurt you.
Calm down. We're all adults here.
Now I've ruined something new, Puff.
Did you just. Where'd you go?
There's something I gotta take care of. You should get going.
I'll live up and finish up.
She doesn't want to leave you alone with me. Fair enough. Excuse me.
I'm not sure that was necessary.
Neither am I. It wasn't the woman who caught Javier and Tasha fooling around. It was Tasha's jealous boyfriend.
A jealous boyfriend, huh? Or he may have been trying to deflect the attention away from himself, but it's a lead worth following up.
There he is. Tasha's ex. The one with the gleaming crystal eyes and the mouth that looks like he just finished eating a peach.
How about you just tell me what color shirt he's wearing?
Cerulean.
What were you doing on Tuesday between the hours of 6 and 7?
I was at home, alone.
How did that happen?
How tall are you, Mr. Rivera?
I'm 6'3".
When did you first learn
Can I
about
just ask a question? Do you have a little Native American in your ancestry? Because those are cheekbones.
There's more.
Sorry.
I'm a quarter Cherokee.
Yeah, you are.
You want me to ask you? When did you first learn about your girlfriend and Javier?
Ex-girlfriend now. I don't know.
You don't remember discovering your girlfriend cheating on you?
I don't like to dwell on things. Besides, she got what was coming to her. Javier dumped her a few months ago for a younger version. That's the kind of guy she left me for. Someone who would bang his best friend's 18-year-old daughter.
Artie? His manager's daughter?
Yeah. Back up. It's not too well kept secret around the art community. But you didn't hear from me.
You gotta let me buy you a drink. I need something to win gong today.
I think you need to set the bar a little bit higher. Buying somebody a drink doesn't seem like much of an accomplishment.
Well, it depends on how many guys you turned down before I got here.
So,
What brings you here to drink alone and stare off into the top shelf liquor on this fine evening?
You say life takes some surprising turns.
Doesn't it though? If someone were to tell me a year ago that my life would be like it is today, I would have punched him in the face.
Listen, you're incredibly charming, but the age difference isn't something I'm into.
Well, that is a shame, because I am lonely as hell, and the idea of trying to have a conversation with some 25-year-old that she swiped through Tinder, I'm going to fail myself.
Well, there's no reason why we can't have a nice chat.
Come on in.
Hey, odd person who's taken over Liv's body. Really should have done some homework because no one is going to buy this.
Hey. Sorry, I was kind of in the zone or something. Hi.
Hi. I would literally be less surprised to come in here and find you building a rocket ship.
It's a new hobby.
This coming from the girl who said hobbies were for people under 12 or over 65.
When did I say that?
Repeatedly, over the course of several years. But I think you were just trying to talk me out of making my own outdoor furniture, which I still think I'd be kind of awesome at. And I'm sorry, are you listening to Chet Baker?
Is that who this is? I am loving it.
You're what? I tried to get you to listen to jazz for years. I spent weeks strategically arranging the perfect mix CD for you, and you stopped listening after 2 songs.
I think this is the CD.
You said you thought the lack of structure was narcissistic and you'd rather listen to someone dropping cutlery.
Why was I such a jerk?
Who knows? It was just one of the many things I accepted because you're super hot. I'm kidding. If you're really liking the CD, I have a bunch of stuff on vinyl I could record for you.
I love that. You're amazing.
I should get going. Let's just dropping off the juicer.
There, but for the grace of God, right? Missed the zombie social last night. We were all there, cracking wise, singing some karaoke. And I went with tears of a clown, because that's kind of where I am right now. Where's the good doctor?
He's out on a call.
I wasn't going to eat him.
You understand why I'm not ready to kiss and make up, right?
Yeah, I get it. I turned you into a zombie. You saw me almost kill a guy. I'm not the same person I was the night of the boat party. At least I'm trying not to be. It's not like I'm ladling out soup or saving puppies, but I'm actively trying not to be a sleazebag. Because I was a sleazebag. I'm not dealing anymore, much to the chagrin of my former employer. And I've cut all the poisonous people out of my life. We're apparently the only kind of people in my life. So it's just me now.
Why are you telling me this?
Who the hell else am I going to tell it to? Plus, I need your help. Look, I get that you work here at the Brain Automat. But for the rest of us, meaning me, procuring brains is kind of a massive undertaking. So I was hoping from time to time you might be so inclined as to help a brother out.
Okay.
Jeez. That pause was like a year.
I can't just hand brains over in the police morgue. I'll have to meet up with you later.
Of course, I hang out at the dog-friendly internet cafe on Queen Anne. Muckpole Surfers. I'll be there all afternoon, just writing a screenplay. Live tweet its progress.
All right. I'll come by later.
Thank you. Dougie, what brings you to this fair part of the city? Boss is looking for you. I wonder where you've been. Why don't you tell him I'll come by the club tomorrow night, huh?
Who wants to see you now?
Yeah, now's not so good for me.
Are you really gonna make Hutch get out of the call?
All right. Let's calm down, shall we?
Shit's stalling. I want your ass in the car now.
Well, it seems that our wants are at odds right now, Dougie. You see, I want to attend to my business right now, and I want not to go with you to a second location. I have to be honest with you. I'm feeling a little threatened here, and I find that disconcerting, because I thought we were homies. Hutch, you gonna help me out here, bro, or no? Okay, tell you what. Why don't you meet me here tomorrow?
I've changed. I've cut all the poisonous people out of my life.
Get in the car, Blaine. You can either get in on your own, or Hutch can watch you up into your little ball and throw you out. Crazy what happened on the lake. When you disappeared, everyone thought you was dead.
Well, you were half right.
Boss thinks that batch must have been cut with something lethal. He thinks you might have been the one who did the cutting.
Come on. This thinking really is strong suit. Don't worry. When I'm running this city, I won't make the same mistake.
Yeah, what mistake is that?
Underestimating the little guy. You changed your hair. Look at this place. You did very well. There was so much money in Trent's body. It was very good.
What's happening to me?
Oh, yeah, that. Sorry. I need to leave. You're a zombie now. Like, for real. And now, shock, disbelief, confusion. Welcome to Team Z. Oh, you're the trend spotter. I should ask you. Zombies. I heard we're from New York. Is that true? Is oversaturation buried us? I don't know. I think we're surprised people. That's what Cool J say. Come back, right? Before you get to the story, guys. I've got the brains you need. All of this fire. Spray cans. Better colors. Do something here. Other than that, that's gonna be swell. Emerson's batch is super fresh. First from the brain. We don't talk about brain. There's some things worse than death.
Tina? Will you bring my checkbook?
Ooh, I was wondering if you happen to exchange numbers with our new zombie crew. You come in for more tests.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Under your supervision. And know that I do appreciate you being protective of me.
I think he's just using my brains. Their brains.
If he's the only other one.
I don't know, Robbie. I don't know what to do. I don't trust him. I think he's dangerous.
I was wondering if you're free tonight. Posthumous.
I was hoping to join me in a secret anything.
Of course.
But I get very helpful information from the victors who read on parties and then back to the He said party was nothing else. It's simply what well, it was at 6:45 p.m. Which puts him in close proximity to Javier, and without an alibi during the murder.
What do you mean attempted?
He wasn't able to take out any cash. To be honest, he's broke. He's basically living on credit cards.
Why would Lola cover for him?
You asked her that very question tonight.
Yes, I'll show you. I should probably come as well, in case you need help with the art and the open bar. Possibly the models.
Yeah. You can have it.
Peter died, the price of spinning started going through the roof. Even this older work is going to the price.
The best thing an artist can do for their career is to die.
Dying is also the best thing an artist can do for a broke-ass art dealer. We'll go look for a hostess. You don't you get anything.
So what is it that you actually do? Do you just stand there or try to find some personal items for this touch?
I kind of just walk around and hope something happens. Sounds kind of lame now that I say it out loud.
No, it doesn't. You're on a quest for visions. A vision quest, if you will.
Stop enjoying yourself. It's unseemly.
Detective Babineau, I didn't know you'd be coming.
Well, I had a follow-up question. I was wondering why you never mentioned that Artie left you at the restaurant to go to the ATM.
I guess I forgot.
How long was Artie gone?
I don't remember. Not long. 20 minutes?
20 minutes. And how long of a walk is it from the restaurant to your law? About 5 minutes.
You're a detective, right?
I'm sorry?
I saw you come in with those other two detectives.
Well, technically I do work for the Seattle Police.
My ex-boyfriend is here and he's not supposed to be.
Okay.
I have a restraining order. He's not allowed within 50 yards of me ever. I leave, but I...
No. You shouldn't leave. No, you should stay right here and we'll get this sorted out. Can you put him up for me?
Javier not only left his art behind, he left a part of himself. If I'd never come back from the lake that night, what would my loved ones have? Would my mom frame over postcards, marvel over extra credit projects?
So I saw you sneak in here. I don't know if it's ironic. Just really. But Abigail would have loved you. And now he'll never get the lay a hand on you, really. I've been thinking about you ever since our interrogation. I've heard of bad cop, good cop before, but bad cop, horny cop was the first.
How about we go grab a drink with the others and you can tell me all about how I objectified you?
I think I'd rather have you all to myself. My darling girl.
A boy, Javier? Do you know, I should explain something to you. I am not the kind of girl that you want to mess around with.
I want to mess around with you.
This is this. Congratulations.
Excuse me?
Well, it looks like you're having a big night. Javier's painting selling for 3 times their previous value. What's your cut?
And here I thought you were an art lover. I'm disappointed.
Oh, no. I love art. On a policeman's salary, it is kind of tough to keep up my collection. But I do have that one number.
From here. Excuse me, detective. I'm going to go somewhere you're not.
The extra cash is bound to help pay off some of those debts of yours. And maybe now you can get $20 from the ATM when you need it.
You seem to be suggesting I killed Javier for money. Here's my friend, detective.
You were in love with his wife.
I believe Lola deserved better.
Maybe you killed him because he knocked up your teenage daughter.
What did you say? Javier was like an uncle to Becca. Yeah, there was love there, but it wasn't.
Come on, you're supposed to believe you didn't know? Did Javier seem like the uncle type? You found out that your best friend was going to be your son-in-law, and it reached too far. You snapped.
Stop! Hold that position. The angle of the brush. It had to be swung from above Javier by someone taller. But if Javier was on the bottom step... stumbles backwards 4 or 5 paces and the blood splatter hits these steps. The killer could have been this size.
Are you sure about this pregnancy? Lola, you told me Javier never wanted children. You never mentioned whether or not you did. Well, you weren't covering for your friend, Artie, were you? Artie was covering for you. The waitress at the restaurant wasn't sure what time you arrived, only that Artie left to go to an ATM. You killed Javier before you even got there. You found out he was going to have the baby and start the family he never had with you. You knew about this. You didn't tell me. 20 minutes ago, Lola confided in me that you left the restaurant long enough to commit the murder.
Detective, I did not.
When I got back from the ATM there, you were 30 minutes late and practically hyperventilating, remember? I reached up with my napkin to wipe what I thought was red paint from your cheek. When we found Javier dead, I knew it was you. You somehow knew I would come. You used me.
He was leaving me to start a family with an 18-year-old girl.
Lola Albano, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
You little albino tease, look what you did to me.
There's a second pair of cuffs in my car. You mind grabbing them for me?
I guess you were right. It's always the way. Javier's brain shows me a view of the world that's brighter, more vibrant. I can't let Lola diminish that. I'm not ready to go back to a world without that light. I want this feeling to last. I want to leave something more than impressive report cards to remember me by. There is so much beauty in the world, and that's all that matters. Inspiration, love. The heart wants what it wants. Who are we to deny it? Apparently that mix CD was a gateway drug. I'm gonna need a more substantial fix.
Okay. Come on in. Do you want me to lend you something?
I want you to come sit with me.
Are you drunk?
I just want to be here with you. Let's hang out.
You want to hang out?
Am I gonna come over there, or are you gonna come over here?
I just think that you're being really weird right now.
Come on. Sit with me. I can't take another second of not being close to you. I just...
The hell would? You can't take not being close to me? Since when? You've been icing me out for 6 months. I did everything to try to get just one moment of anything, even remote affection from you. You gave me nothing. The day I came to drop off your stuff, you could barely look me in the eye, and now you can't take not being close to me? You need to go.
Major?
Not just go, all right?
The passionate mind is selfish. It's so focused on what it desires, reason becomes background. Javier's brain made me cross the line that divides what I long for and what I can never have. There were so many nights I couldn't sleep because I stayed home studying. Days I could have spent sucking the marrow out of life, I spent building a resume for a life I'd never had.